to vent or not to vent. Hello, this is Cory Tyler and welcome to my video. And today I want to share with you some tips that'll help you the next time you feel triggered, the next time you feel so full of anger and energy that you don't know where to take it. This is going to help you. So let's say that you're having a bad day and you're driving home from work and your phone rings and it's either your significant other, best friend, relative, and you pick up the phone. And what are we liable to do most days when we've had one of those days? We vent. And so some would say venting is healthy, and others would say that venting is actually a toxic trait. So I'm going to give you some help today by offering some tips that I share with my clients that will help you the next time you feel triggered and you feel like you want to vent. And you can make that choice between, is this going to be good for me or is this going to be bad for me? So you're on that call with your relative, significant other, whomever it may be. And after you've had this long day of mounting frustration, what do we tend to do? We let them have it. We just explode. Can you believe that this happened? And another thing, this shouldn't have happened. And can you believe what this person had the audacity to do or say? And so we would relegate that to the category of complaining. And I would say that there's something useful to getting it off your chest. The challenge is, if you're not careful, you can just move all of that emotional energy and place it from your chest onto your back. It's still there. So going back to this scenario, you're on the phone there and you're venting and you're expressing yourself honestly. And all of that can be very productive. But what happens when you get off the phone? You might initially feel some relief, but did that erase the problem that you were talking about to begin with? Absolutely not. If anything, it continues to delay, but stir the emotional pot. So I have some suggestions on how to handle that the next time if you want to feel some more relief as opposed to agitation that we oftentimes just delay. And the tip is this. I call it the practice of inner standing. Now, we're used to understanding, and oftentimes it's about a logical comprehension. Oh, I understand why someone does what they do. But I don't know about you. When I'm triggered, the last thing that I want to do is understand why anybody did what they did. I'm triggered. I'm seeing red. Inner standing is actually the process and the practice of self-empathy. And what is self-empathy? Self-empathy is my ability to slow down and be present with whatever I'm dealing with and with myself without judging myself, blaming myself, shaming myself, or shoulding myself. There's a lot of that going around. And what does this look like, inner standing? Well, it looks like getting on the phone with whoever that person is and venting and then catching yourself, slowing down and noticing in that moment how you're feeling. So if it were me, for example, and this is a true example, last week I found myself very agitated and I was on the phone with my partner. And I started to fume and vent. And after a few moments, I caught myself and I slowed down. And just for a subtle moment, I stopped. I took in a deep breath and I was just noticing what I was doing. In that moment, I realized I was angry. I was hurt. I was confused. And so the practice of inner standing is slowing down to take inventory of what's going on. Now, in moments when we're triggered and angered, it's very challenging to do. I don't deny that. The benefit is, even in the moment of being angry and in the moment of venting, if you're able to just slow down and notice it, not judge it, but notice it. And then you can speak to it, as I did. And I said to my girlfriend, you know, honey, I realize I'm agitated. I'm a little frazzled. I'm a little surprised because of what happened today. And I'm just slowing down because I realize if I continue to vent, it's only going to delay this agitation that I'm feeling about this person and about this situation. So I slow down. It's not about making anything lily white or putting on rose-colored glasses. It's just being with yourself. You know, there's this wonderful saying that my mentor uses, which is, don't do something, be there. And so my tip to you is the next time you find yourself agitated, the next time you want to vent, what's going to make it different from a toxic trait or a healthy habit is your willingness to, at any point during your venting, because that's important, you catch yourself and you slow down and you just notice how you're feeling in that moment and what's important to you. Step A, slow down. Step B, notice how you're feeling. And step C, name what's really important to you that you might not be getting in that moment. And so as I shared with my girlfriend in that moment, after I slowed down and after I noticed that I was hurt and frazzled and surprised, I was able to connect with myself and realize that what I really wanted was respect and understanding and support. Respect, understanding, and support. Now, I just demonstrated something that not every human being does on a daily basis. This is so outside of the box, and yet it is a radical, wonderful way to get in tune with your emotions, to get in tune with your body, and to move the scales from toxic trait, venting, and fuming, and only feeling more agitated a little bit later on, to being connected and informed into your body. This may not change the situation, but it changes you. It changes me. I hope you enjoyed this tip. It is my joy to provide these tips, and I'll be exploring with you and sharing more in further videos. This is Cory Tyler with Confidant International. Be well.